cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
So welcome back to the live action of Jfsc Elite T20 Championship 2021. It's a day 12, match number 24 between Somaiya versus Kensington Cricket Club India (KCC). Jfsc Elite T20 Championship Season 1 2021. Would like to thank our partners on board. To start with, our very first sponsors on board: media partners Cricket Graph, jersey partners 70/70 Sports, grooming partners by Jean Claude Oliver, decor partners Dynamic Design Decor, mutual fund distribution partners by Rungta, printing partners JP Corp, estate partner RK Realtors, munching partner Inbisco India, award partners by Spectrum Trophies and Awards. You all can catch the live action on YouTube channel of JFSC, and for live stats of scores and updates you all can follow JFSC app. It's the 24th match being played here at the Fatima Cricket Ground between KCC versus Somaiya, winning the toss and electing to bat first. It's the second match of the day. The very first ball that's been driven on the offside, not for runs. So a dot ball to start the proceedings here for Somaiya, Omer and Ravikant. Walking in for the opening pair. And Deepak has started his bowling from the pavilion end. This time it's been signalled as a wide ball going down the offside. First runs on the board in the form of extras. Match number 23 was a delight to watch. Gladiators winning the match by 5 wickets. It was a tough fight given by Anonymous Knights, but then it was a Gladiators in the end who made a winning knock in the end, winning that match on the positive note. And here team Somaiya would be thinking to score at least 150-160 in the 20 overs. This time cracked away, ball goes all the way down the ground for a boundary. So the first runs are coming off the bat in the form of a boundary. It was a room provided to the batsman outside the off-stump line, and it was played away. So it's Omer who is on strike, 4 runs to his account, and Somaiya score 5 without a loss in the first over. Once again a room width offered to the batsman, but straight away driven to the fielder at the point region, not for any runs. 4 balls have been bowled in this over till now. 5 runs have been scored, 1 in the form of extra. This time ball keeping low, missing the line in length. Wide ball called by the umpire. It has been a bowler friendly pitch, but then the batsmen need to be careful. Sometime an even bounce and the ball skidding low. This time onto the middle and leg stump line. That's been softly played, and the batsman cross over for a single. With that, it will be Ravikant on strike. Omer playing on 5 of 5 deliveries. 1 boundary to his name. Somaiya winning the toss and electing to bat first. That's a very well left, but then it's a wide ball. An extra to the total for Somaiya. Three wides have been bowled in this over. Need to maintain the line and length of the ball. This time a play and a miss. It's the end of the first over. 8 without a loss.
Cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
Line and length outside the off stump, and it was just a touch by the batsman straight to the fielder at the sleep region, not for any runs. It will be easy if the batsmen pick up runs on each and every ball. Once again, the ball swinging a bit away from the batsman. Five fielders on the offside. So towards a short covers region, not for any runs. They need to make some strategy, need some early breakthrough, unsettle the batsman, and go on to take some wickets. But then it will be Omer and Ravikant who would be surely making some runs. This time a good call. Was running towards the danger and Ravikant. But then it was a good call by both the batsmen, stealing away a single. It's 9 on the scoreboard. Umair has that ability to hit those big hits, but he's a kind of a batsman who settles down and then goes for a big hit. And Ravikant on other end is surely a delight to watch at this time outside the off stump. Once again a wide ball. 4 extras have been bowled till now, which would surely help Somaiya to build score. Bowling with a good pace is Rohit, not allowing the batsman, not giving away width and building the pressure. He doesn't have that big run up, but then he bowls with all his ability, brings down the variation at the right moment. Once again an inside edge, ball crosses the fence at the long stop region. No chance for the wicket keeper to collect it. 2 overs gone. It's 14 without a loss. Deepak bowling from the pavilion end. The first ball that was driven not for any runs. It's a power play where the batsman always takes a benefit, and this time not an ideal length to bowl onto the pads, and that's been wristily played away. One more boundary in the innings for Somaiya. Drifting onto the pads and beautifully played away by Omer. For live updates on scores and stats, you all can follow us on Jfsc app from the Play Store, and the live action on Jfsc YouTube channel. This time going on the back foot, dabbing on to the offside for just a single. So that's a good strategy by Omer. He knows he has got a boundary on the very first delivery, and then rotating the strike and allowing the batsman to score the runs. This time bat and pad together, driven back to the bowler, not for any runs. Good feet movement there by Ravikant in the middle. He is an experienced guy with a lot of hitting abilities. This time over the bowler's head, the ball goes down the fence for a boundary. It was hit above the bowler's head, and a quick outfield allowing the ball to cross the fence for a 4. 23 is the score. 2.5 overs. Once again, sweetly driven, showing the full face of the blade, and it's a boundary. 2. Three overs gone. It's 27 without a loss. The very first ball, it was a ball in the right area and very well left by the batsman. This time not happy with himself, but then batsmen are going for the second run, and they comfortably do so. Without a loss, 3.2 overs. Omer playing on 13, Ravikant on 12. That's a good start. They would have needed this time. Short pitch delivery, and it's been signaled as a wide ball. 1 for the over called by the umpire. नंतर जाता 3 झाले ना 3.3 overs 30 without a loss. That's a good in swinging delivery. Shy at the strikers and direct hit would have made some contact there. Throw from the backward square leg. 31 is the score. Omer playing on 14 of 16. Ravikant in the previous over we saw using the full face of the bat and getting those runs. Not down on 12 of 6 deliveries. It's an ideal start for Somaiya here. That's a play and a miss. Wanted to go for a drive. Misses it completely. So that's a right area you need to bowl to the right hand batsman. And Rohit in his second over. This time a leg slip being called in. That's a delicate touch by Ravikant. But then there was a fielder at the fine third man. It's a single to end the over number 4. It's a 32. Winning the toss, selecting to bat first. They have started at the run rate of 8 runs per over. Team Somaiya this time a play and a miss and even missed by the wicket keeper. A good effort there, allowing the batsman to just go for a single. 33. There was a nick involved, so that was a good stop by the wicket keeper. Otherwise, that would have been going down the fence. And that's a good defensive shot. No runs. Omer doing the right thing, giving respect to the correct deliveries, but then punishing the loose deliveries which he gets. Sashi. That's in the air. Shouts of catch it, but the ball racing down and it wins the race. One more boundary for Team Somaiya. It was swinging delivery. Well, we can see some reverse swing happening here, but then runs coming in the form of boundary for Omer. He has reached 18 of 18 deliveries. Angling on to the leg stumps. That's a good sensational knock by Omer. He's playing sensibly. He knows a boundary has been taken and then rotates the strike and brings back Ravikant on strike, who also seems to be in a good touch today. Good confident looking strokes from both the batsmen, building the pressure on the fielders and taking the advantage of the power play. That's time. It's been slog swept. towards the sweeper boundary. There's a chase for the fielder. And that's been signaled as a boundary by the umpire. There's some movement happening for the bowlers there. Ball is swinging, but then the batsman seems to be in a good touch. Ball touching the ropes after being deflected by the fielder. 42 in 4.5 overs. That's a good delivery. A dot ball to end the over number 5. It's 42 without a loss. That's a good delivery. Shouts for the caught behind. Zoeb into the bowling attack from far end. 5 overs have been bowled. And it's an ideal start. Omer and Ravikant, both the experienced players in the middle, hitting the boundaries of the loose deliveries and taking singles and doubles, rotating the strike at the moment. And Zoeb bowling the 6th over, the last over of the power play. That's been driven through the extra covers for a single. So the batsmen are trying to keep the ball as much as possible. They are playing the ground shots, which surely will help them to build up the partnership. 43 without a loss, 5.2 overs. They have started with the run rate of 8.06. Onto the pads, drifting. Just a single. Bowling to the leg stump line will not help. The off-field has been set up and they need to bowl according to the plan. This time a short pitch delivery didn't connect it properly. Lucky enough there was a fielder there at the backward square leg. Omer playing on 20 of 22 balls. Ravikant not out on 18 of 12. So if they go as per current run rate, they might score around 160, 170. That would be an ideal score when they come out to defend. This time again driven towards mid off, not for any runs. That's a good shot by Omer towards the mid wicket for just a single. It's the end of the over number 6, 45 without a loss. 5 without a loss. Power play has been ended, and now we can see the fielders being widespread. Third man being called in, one fielder at point, one fielder in the slip corridor, and one at short cover on the offside. That's not a good delivery. The ball keeping low. This has helped Team Somaiya to cross 50 up on the board. Wide been signaled and ball crosses the fence for a boundary. So that's a 5 additional runs they would be getting. Ball swung and completely the pace of the ball helping to go all the way for a boundary. This time onto the pads, that's been flicked away. And they are going for the second one. That's a good calling by both the batsmen. Eye to eye contact and one shot being signaled by the umpire. That means only a single would be added to the tally. 51 in the 7th over. Sashi has been a bit expensive in the first over, which he has bowled. That's a good delivery. Once again the ball keeping low. Bowling to the foot marks which have been previously being made by the batsman, and something here for the bowler's pride. They need to spot on the right areas. Once again onto the pads. That's been drifted away. The ball will race down the boundary line. Will it be stopped? Yes, it does. But then it's a good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. Eye to eye coordination and a good call by Ravikant. Was running towards the danger end. 3 runs taken. 54. Right in the spot, Sashi bowling a tight line and length this time, making a comeback. But then now they need is a wicket or a 2. Going at the current run rate of 8.10 runs per over. Sashi, right arm over the wicket. This time it's been cut away. But there's a fielder coming in from the deep third man region and stopping the ball. It's just a single. Both the batsmen playing a sensible knock. Omer not out on 25, Ravikant on 19. The extras would surely help them to score those runs. And that's a good sensible cricket by Omer. Front foot driven towards the points for a single. End of the 7 overs is 50. Once again, it's the extras helping Somaiya to score those runs. Wide ball and a bit of a misfield there. Would rather say the ball travelled all the way for a boundary. Not an ideal length. Bowling onto the pads. Surely they will go for big runs. And the batsman like Omer likes to flick those deliveries, uses the wrist beautifully. And once he gets settled down, well, then he then goes all the guns blazing down. A heavy miss is there. Very well saved by the wicket keeper, diving to his left. Today has been a bit hard work done by the wicket keeper, but then you need to give your 100%. 63 without a loss. 7.2 overs have been bowled. And ideal start here for Team Somaiya. And they would be surely thinking to post a huge score here. And if both these batsmen go on to build more partnership, and well, they can go above 172. Once again, angling towards the leg stump line. That's been surely called as a wide ball. A good effort by the wicket keeper. He stopped completely stopped the ball. Otherwise, that would have been once again a boundary. Batsman going for a single there. Hitting the deck hard towards the leg stump line. So need of an hour is that both the batsmen, if they can stay in the middle up till 15th over, well, it will be the runs flowing in for Team Somaiya, and surely Team KCC need a wicket here now. Not an ideal length. Bowling on to the leg stump line. The field has been set up on the offside, and batsmen have an easy pickings here. They are scoring on each and every delivery, and even the wides and the extras which have been bowled are helping them to build some confidence here. So now the fielder being called at the mid wicket region on the 30-yard circle. It's a good comeback by the bowler. Now that's been lofted towards the long on region. Ball goes all the way for a boundary. So it's the runs flowing in currently for Team Somaiya, and that was a good shot there by Omer. Perfect timing, and ball goes all the way for a boundary. 8 overs gone, 71 without a loss.
Cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
So the change in the bowling, Harshvardhan, the leg spin being introduced, the first ball straight onto the pads. As we say, the runs which you stop is the runs which you have already scored. It was a full toss delivery given the direction. That's a the end of the ninth over, 80 without a loss. Roshan, that's a full toss delivery, showing the full face of the bat, driven towards a wideish long on for just a single. It will be Ravikant on strike. One fielder being placed at a short fine leg. One at the deep sweeper boundary region. One at long on, one at long off. So on defensive fielding setup for both the batsmen. This time hitting onto the pads and appeal for the leg before. That would be going down the leg side. Not out, called by the umpire. .3 overs, 81 without a loss. Good partnership between both the batsmen and even the extras helping out to score those runs. Wanted to go for a cut, missing it completely. Lack of footwork, otherwise that would have been surely driven. Bat in the middle, the sun roaring out, and Ravikant on strike. This time it's been lofted. Shouts of a catch. 82 without a loss. They are searching for the wicket, but then Omer and Ravikant today they have made their mind, and with the mindset of scoring those runs, they have scored 82. That's a lovely ball into the middle. The 10 overs, it's 82 without a loss. Team Somaiya winning the toss and electing to bat first. It's the drinks break being taken in the middle. In the toss, electing to bat first, scoring at the run rate of 8.2 runs per over. Somaiya have scored 82, and both the opening batsmen are giving up their 100%. Omer not out on 39 of 39 deliveries. Ravikant giving him the company, 25 not out of 21 deliveries. Deepak Ramchandra bowling his 2 overs, giving away 21 runs. Rohit 2 overs 11 runs. Sashi Someshwar 2 overs 21 runs, and Zoeb Siddiqui 2 overs 17 runs. Harshvardhan Tanwar 1 over 9 runs, and Rohan Shetty 1 over and 2 runs to his accounts. 18 extras have been bowled, and the score is 82. It will be the spin attack from the pavilion end. Harshvardhan, leg spin being introduced after a drinks break. Now that's been lofted above the bowler's head. There's a fielder at the long on. The ball will be surely cut off, but not the batsman surely going away for a single. So it would be interesting how it would be, the proceedings would start, but then it's a white ball being called. 18 extras up till now in the form of whites. 18 whites, that means 1.3 extra overs you have bowled. Once again a white ball. Surely this would not help KCC. They surely need a wicket here. And well, Harshvardhan can take a wicket or a two, can completely change a trajectory this time. Driven on the full toss. That's been swept away. Omer just showing the direction to the ball, and the ball racing down. The deep fine leg region for a boundary. An ideal temperature here. Wind blowing across the grounds, and well, the score for Team Somaiya 89 without a loss, 10.2 overs. Omer batting on 43 of 40 deliveries. He's been a good touch today. Omer batting on 43, 5 boundaries till now, and Ravikant hitting 5 boundaries and scoring 25 runs. That was a close call. Ball keeping low. That's a full toss delivery into the block hole. Back to the bowler's drive, not for any runs. Ball keeping low, and batsman crossover for 2 important runs here. They are taking runs easily. Well, Omer seems to be in some different mindset here. Wanted Came down the track, wanted to call to end the over number 11, 89 without a loss. Team Somaiya. Well, the first ball has been a dot ball. Roshan into his second over. The first over he bowled gave away only 2 runs using the tight line and length. This time that's been lofted away. The leading edge. Ball racing down towards the final third man region. Surely that would have built up some confidence in the bowler. Ball flowing off the outside edge. 93, 11.2 overs, going at the run rate of 8.21. That's into the block hole. Played towards the D point region, and once again, good running between the wickets by both the batsmen. Ravikant and Omer are batting their heart out in the middle. They surely know if they want to win this match, they need to post a huge score above 170, 180. As the flights being taking off, there are the runs coming in here for the batsmen. A beautiful cricket ground in the heart of Mumbai, Fatima cricket ground. This time it's been on driven towards the wide long on, and a single in the process for both the batsmen. Easy pickings here. It's a good sunny Sunday, and the batsmen and the fielders in the middle would be surely feeling the hit, but then it's the interest of the game which makes more important, and this time we'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Yes, it came off the bat. A good shot by Ravikant using the full face of the bowlers. I beg your pardon, it's Omer, and the good strategy by Omer. Yes, Ravikant is on non-strike and Omer on strike, just short of a single of a very well deserved half century, and this time is played on the onside, and with that single it's 50 up for Omer. Not out of 46 deliveries, 6 boundaries. What a sensational knocker that has been from Omer. And Ravikant not out on 31. 12 overs gone. It's 101 without a loss. It's the change in the bowling. It was in the air. Lucky enough, it didn't go in the hands of the fielder. The leg gully being called in for that sweep shot. Omer not out on 50 or 47 deliveries, and this time no ball called by the umpire. And it will be a free hit. 22 extras. That's a full toss, and it goes high and handsome. Yes, you surely need to convert those full toss into big scoring units. And Omer batting is up to the ability. That was a good shot down the ground, all the way for a biggie. 108. Bonus runs coming here for Team Somaiya, and as we can see, 25 extras up till now, and surely that would hurt KCC while they come down to chase. Once again, that's been called as a no ball. Swept away. Ball is racing towards the boundary line, but in the end, it's been cut off. To be a good over. Bonus over here for Team Somaiya, and Omer hitting those big hits of the loose deliveries. 100 and 119 on the board in the 13th over. This is turning out to be once again a fatal delivery. Loose delivery outside the leg stump line, and the ball winning the race. 5 bonus runs added to the tally for Team Somaiya. 23. 124 without a loss. An 100-run partnership between both the batsmen. Yes, ball kept low. This time on to the back foot, driven towards bowling a loose delivery to the batsman like Omer, and he will surely put that ball outside the fence. A boundary to end the over. It was a short pitch delivery outside the leg stump, and with one hand it's been swept away all the way for a boundary. 13 overs gone, it's 129 without a loss. "28 runs in the previous over, turning out completely in the favor of Somaiya, and once again this time driven on the onside, and it will be Omer on strike. Ravikant playing on 33 of 28. Omer not out on 69 of 54. The previous over, it was a very, we can say, not intentionally, but then you need to pull in the angling onto the pads, has been flicked away. Well, then they need a wicket or a two here. 131 in the 14th over, going at the run rate of 10 runs per over. The extras have surely built the pressure on the bowlers. This time it's been lofted. There's a fielder there. Stop it. One bounce into the fence. A good try by Sashi. But in the end, across the line, hived away. 135. A play and a miss there by Sashi. Ravikant playing on 37. Single taken. Ravikant playing a sensible knock, giving the strike as much as possible to Omer, and Omer has been like a principal, punishing away all those loose deliveries out of the park on each and every corner of the ground. This time onto the full toss, and that's been driven away. No chance for the fielder into the vacant zone. It seems to be both the batsmen are playing with the bowler's mind. 14 overs gone, it's 140. 140. अभी तू ही बात कर रहा है. The first ball that was in the air but falling in the three, between the three fielders. The wicket keeper, the bowler and the fielder from the point region came, but then Omer and Ravikant playing with the mindset of scoring above 160, 170, going at 10 runs per over. They have scored 142, and even the extras have helped them out. That's a good looking shot, goes all the way. That's a biggie in this slot for the batsman, and he delivers. That was a loose delivery in this slot, and ball flying all over the fielder's head for a 6. Ravikant playing on 45. That's a cracking of a shot onto the offside region for a single. That's a good sensible cricket. A big hit and then a single to rotate the strike, not allowing the batsman to settle. Building pressure on each and every bowler. It seems like the bowlers are toiling hard here to get a wicket. Omer not out on 76 and Ravikant on 46. Back to the bowler's drive. There's a fielder there. It will be cut off, but once again a single to the offering for the batsman. 151.
Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
Kunal this time once again going down the leg side. A good stop there by the wicket keeper. Kunal Chandwala bowling his fourth over, conceding away 32 runs up till now. Once again down the leg side. And the batsman crossover for once again a single. (154), one of the highest partnership here being noticed. There was a fielder at the leg gully, but then both the batsmen are now set, and Ravikant 3 short of his very well deserved half century. 155. Lots of loose deliveries being bowled, and this will not help them when they come out to run chase. KCC seriously needs some wicket here. Ball in the right areas. This time swept away, and with the single he moves on to 48. Too short of his very well deserved half century, and Umair playing a gem of a knock. 77 of 59 deliveries. Winning the toss, selecting to bat first. They have really batted well. Not able to connect it properly, but then even a single surely will help them to score those important runs. Each and every run matters the most, whether it may be a single or a double. Point 5 overs. Cracked off the back foot. Just a single. Shoaib Siddiqui to bowl from the pavilion end. The amount of extras which have been bowled, 24 wides. That means 4 overs extra have been bowled, and with the help of that, Somaiya have scored 166 without a loss of any wicket. Umair batting on 79 of 61, and Ravikant not out on 55 of 38. One of the highest partnership for Team Somaiya here at Fatima Cricket Ground. It's the Jfsc T20 Championship 2021 Season 1, and what a match we are witnessing here. The match number 23 played between Gladiators versus Anonymous Knights. Won by Gladiators by 5 wickets, but this time it's been driven towards the deep mid wicket region. It's not that easy to bat in the middle. The sun bowling hard, but then the intentions of the both the batsmen being positive, they are scoring on each and every delivery. This time a direct hit would have been made. Things count, but once again, as we say, fortune favoring the batsman this time. A fielder at fine third man and gully. One at covers, one at deep point, and one at deep extra cover. A widespread field for the batsman. This time getting an edge onto the backwards short leg region for just a single. (170), and they are going at the run rate of 10.30. That's a good ball. You need to bowl those deliveries. As we say, ball line and length deliveries, good length deliveries. Once again going down the offside, missing the line and length completely. As much as 25 wides have been bowled, that means 25 extra deliveries have been bowled, and that has helped Team Somaiya to score those runs. Once again a play and a miss. That's a good comeback by the bowler. This is the perfect line and length you need to bowl the batsmen like Omer and Ravikant. Hitting the deck hard. Once again a play and a miss. That's a good comeback by Zoeb. Dot ball to end the 17th over. It's 171 without a loss. Rohit has been an economical bowling today. 2 overs 11 runs, no wicket. It's a good leave by the batsman. Very well taken by the wicket keeper. Dot ball to start the over number 18th. It looks like the bowlers have not been up to their mark. One balls, 6 boundaries, and 2 sixes. And giving a standing ovation from his teammates in the pavilion. The new man at the non-striker's end is Shiv Raja. And finally, a wicket here for team. Ro-
'You're not enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
So well, Zoib from the pavilion end, it's not been an easy day here for team KCC, but then they surely need to fight back in the second innings when they come out for the run chase. Full toss onto the pads and very well fielded. Very well fielded there. It was going for a boundary, but then putting his all efforts there. At the backward short leg for just a single. Shiva Rajak on strike. 2 runs to his account, and Omer not out on 88. 182 on the board. That's been driven handsomely. Fielder at the D point region for just a single. "69 balls, 88 runs to his account. Omer wanted to go for a big hit across the line length. 18.3 was bowled. 183 on the board. They are going at the run rate of 9.89 per over. That's a short pitch delivery played up Ishley towards the wideish long on. They are going for the second one and comfortably 2 runs taken. Reaching on to 90 is Omer. 2 balls left in this over. It's turning out to be a good over this time. Now that's been sweetly timed away. There's a chase for the fielder. They are going for the second, but then it's the ball going down the fence for a boundary. Coming across the off stump line and flicking the ball all the way towards the deep square leg region for a boundary. 189, and Omer 6 runs short of his century. This time not a proper connection. He's running towards the danger end, and a good running by Shiva. It's 19 overs gone, and Team Somaiya 191 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rohit, that's been driven away. But then it will be the man on strike. Omer. Just 4 runs short of his very well deserved century, completely outplaying the opposition. This time back to the bowler's drive. He is trying for that big shot, and why not? When you have played completely outstanding, you deserve that century. Oh dear. But then it's the big innings coming to an end. Not happy with himself, but he is the man of the moment. Even the innings being applauded from the opposition, he is walking with his heart in his mouth. But what a fabulous innings this has been from Omer. 75 balls, 96 runs, and standing applause for the big man coming all the way from his heart. The big innings from Omer. And finally KCC having some smile on their face now. Missing the century by just 4 runs, but then it's not the century, it's the milestone which he has achieved for Team Somaiya. They have scored 192 in 19.4 overs. It will be Aditya will be on strike. So 2 fresh legs in the center. 2 balls remaining. Can they get around 198? A play and a miss. Yorker line outside the off stump, and a good death overs turning out to be for Team KCC. So well, then they have successfully bowled out the death overs, especially the 19th and the 20th over. This time, and held the outside edge. Ball will race down the fine third man region. 196 on the board. It was slashed very well hard, and the ball going all the way for a boundary. So winning the toss and electing to bat first, well, they have completely outplayed the opposition. 196 for the loss of 2 wickets, and what an innings that was from Omer. 11 boundaries and a 6, 96 runs to his account, and Ravikant giving the target of 197. Welcome back to the second innings of the match number 24. KCC versus Somaiya, winning the toss, selecting to bat first. Well, they have a huge target for team KCC. 197, the target being in 20 overs. Well, KCC need to bat their heart out. It's the Jfsc Elite T20 Championship 2021 Season 1. And Rohit and Kunal in the run chase. The very first ball that's been driven away over the bowler's head. It's a good start. The first ball and the first boundary for team KCC. So well, then the bowlers need to bowl again. The very first ball into the slot, and it was driven above the bowler's head. Boundary to start the run chase. 197 is the target. Trimbak More. The first ball was a dot ball, and the second ball was dispatched for a boundary. Rohit and Kunal in the middle for the run chase. Well, they have the big batting lineup. This time guiding away towards the gully region, not for any runs. It's a big run target, 197, and they need to bat their heart out. Would like to thank our sponsors on board, the media partners, Cricket Graph, Jersey Partners, 7070 Sports, grooming partners, Jean-Claude Oliver, decor partners, Dynamic Design Decor. That's been timed away. Lofted cover drive, and ball crosses the fence for a boundary for the second time in the over. Rohit, the big man, standing for team KCC. Eight runs of the three deliveries which has been bowled. Trimbak More to Fullerland delivery, and the balls were dispatched by Rohit. Bowling with a good pace, Trimbak More. This time a play and a miss, wanted to go for a big hit over the sweeper boundary. 189 required in 116. As we can see, in the first innings it was a big, as if 30 extras were given by the bowlers, but then now they need to score those extra runs. The n number of extra deliveries you bowl and number of extra runs you give, it puts pressure on the batsman while coming down in the second innings. A leg gully being introduced for that flick shot, one at short mid wicket. That's been signalled as a no ball. And it will be continued with a free hit. Rohit opening his arms. Two boundaries have been scored in this over till now. 5 balls have been bowled. But will he be able to utilize it? Trimbak for the last time in this over. That's a good length delivery. Keeping low, a complete miss and a dot to end the first over. It's 9 without a loss. Change in the bowling end. Siddhant will be bowling from the pavilion end. So the pace attack on here for team KCC in the run chase. First over went away for 9 runs. 2 boundaries being hit by Rohit, and now it will be Kunal facing Siddhant. A good bowling stride. Siddhant, the left arm pacer, brought into attack by the captain. Will they get a breakthrough, or will KCC go with the flow? That's a good start. Coming in for the right hand batsman. Punched towards mid off for a single. And with that, Kunal is off strike. 10 runs on the board. It's always a delight to see the left arm bowler bowling those in swinging deliveries for the right hand batsman. There should be some game plan here for team Somaiya. Yes, as I was mentioning it, a direct hit would have made it. Overthrow, but then just a single. Good backup there from the fielders. Eleven runs on the board for team KCC. Well, first they need to settle down and then go after the loose deliveries. It's not necessary to go after each and every delivery. What a delivery that was, coming in, bowling with the right pace and in the right areas is Siddhant. When you have a huge total, well, the confidence also grows up in your field, and surely they would be ensuring it that they get those early breakthrough. Once again, drifting onto the pads. No chance for the batsman to score a run. Good tight line length and a good field setup by the captain. Well, in the first innings we saw 45 runs being scored in the power play, and this time missing down the leg stump line. Wide signal by the umpire where the ball races down the fence. So it's the bonus runs coming in the form of extras. 35 extras in the first innings, helping team Somaiya to score 196. The target being 197. Yes, that's been signaled It came off the bat and pad together. So that's a change in the decision once again. Wide plus boundary. 16 punched towards point region, not for any runs. Bowling with a good pace is Siddhant. He's releasing the ball very well into the right areas for the right hand batsman. Once again coming in for the right hand batsman. It was a slashed hard, getting an edge, and ball races down the fine third man region for a boundary. Just falling short of the fielder at the slip cordon, and the pace of the ball helping the team KCC to score. It's 2 overs gone, 20 without a loss. Two overs gone, 20 without a loss, and it will be Trimbak More to bowl the third over. So left and right hand pace attack here for team KCC. This time the ball fielded. So just 2 runs here for team KCC. 22 without a loss, 2.1 overs. They require 175 more to win this match. And most important is that both the batsmen need to settle down and then go for big hits. It's the pace attack from team Somaiya. Once again passing the umpire, that's been driven away through the covers. There's a chase for the fielder there. It will be cut off, but then most important, the batsmen are rotating the strike for 2 runs. That's driven handsomely over the bowler's head. No chance for any fielder, and the ball goes out of the park. It's a sixer for Rohit. The way for a sixer. 30 on the board. 2.4 overs have been bowled. So the fielder from at the slip cordon. This time it's been mistimed. Just falls short of the fielder. Tried his level best running from the mid on. (31) with the help of this single for Team KCC in the third over. This time punched towards the points region for just a single. It's the end of the over number 3. It's 32 without a loss. Siddhant back in attack will be bowling his second over. Going at that 10 runs per over, KCC in 20 overs. Required run rate around 9.84. 32 is the score. Rohit batting on 19. Kunal on strike. That's a good line delivery. A shy at the direct at the striker's end, but then it's a good call by both the batsmen. Lucky enough they didn't went for that single. That would have been suicidal. 2 dots in this over till now. The ball skidding after pitching. 3 dots, putting some pressure on the batsman, inviting the batsman for a play. But then the batsmen need to be calm and composed and spend some time in the middle. It's the power play in progress. Dabbed on towards the points region for a single. Wait for the right deliveries and then score those big shots. Every time Rohit comes on strike, he is trying to open his arms. He knows he has some work today. Well, he can hit those sixes. We have seen 2 sixes till now. This time it's been driven firmly. The fielder at a long off will cut off, but nevertheless it's a single for Team KCC. Good seam position from both the bowlers and bowling in the right areas have helped Somaiya to put some pressure on the batsman. But then Rohit and Kunal have succeeded to score those runs. That's a defensive stroke and straight away they are going for a single, and yes, they do so. It's the end of the fourth over, 35 without a loss.
और इमर्सन
Target being 197. KCC 35 without a loss. Current run rate 8.75, and the required run rate climbing up to 10.15. They need 162 more to win this match. But if Rohit and Kunal pretend to stay at the crease, well, this can be an easy target. But nevertheless, it's a game of the cricket. Fielder at the leg gully being introduced. And look at that pace. He misses it completely, and it's the first wicket. So the change in the bowling working here for Team Somaiya. Bowling with that extra pace was Sunil. He's a medium pacer guy, but when he releases the ball in the right areas, it's a ball movement which makes the work things here. 35 for the loss of one wicket. So well, then the first wicket falling in the form of Kunal, and Tenzing, the new man in at the striker's end. The very first ball he played not for any runs. A short fielder at the limit of being called into the catching position. And the bowling change working here for Somaiya, this time missing it completely outside the off stump line. Extra for Team KCC. 36 for the loss of one wicket. 94 deliveries remaining. A target is of 197. Required run rate climbing up to 9.86. This time an edge, but straight to the fielder at the gully corridor. Sunil getting his first scalp in the first over itself. Bowling from the far end. A good change here by the captain, bringing his strike bowler. Once again a play and a miss. Shuffling out side the leg stump, wanted to go for a cut, and he is a good bowler, Sunil Kute. Lucky enough, it didn't went on to hit the stumps. Inside edge, one bounce into the hands of the keeper. That's the right line and bowling shown by Sunil. And that's been driven firmly, and no chance for the fielder. Will go all the way. Tenzing opening his account with the help of this boundary. And the score for Team KCC moving on to 40. A bit of a width and driven handsomely by Tenzing. 5 overs gone. It's 40 for the loss of one. Siddhant from the pavilion end to continue. That was in the air for a meanwhile. Played it through mid off. 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. Required run rate climbing with each and every delivery. They need to spend some time in the middle. They need some serious partnership and some serious hitting. More often is that they should be able to rotate the strike and put pressure on the bowlers and the fielders. 156 still needed. That's a good collect by the wicket keeper Omer. Wide ball being signalled by the umpire, but then it was Omer in the first innings who played a gem knock of 96. 75 balls he faced, 11 boundaries and a 6, and Ravikant was run out on the score of 57. 6 boundaries and 2 sixes to his name. This time again heaved it away towards the deep square leg region. Ball races down the fence. It's a boundary. A swinging delivery onto the pads and shown the direction it needed. All the way for a boundary. Well, they need more of this. KCC 46 for the loss of 1 wicket. Required run rate around 9.35. 151 still needed of 88 deliveries to win this match. Rohit batting on 21 and Tenzing 8 of 6 balls. This time it's been hit on the pads. A big appeal and umpire remains unmoved. Maybe it was surely going down the leg side, missing the leg stump, and a good call by the umpire. Well then, as we mentioned, 35 extras in the first innings, 1 leg by 3 no balls and 16 wides, and that too in the help of the boundaries. Total 35 extras. This time again a good delivery, not giving away any room is Siddhant, and pressure surely building here for the batsman. But well, both these batsmen know their abilities. They are waiting for the power play to end, and as soon as the fielder would be widespread, they would surely would be going after the bowlers. Required run rate climbing up to 10.30. Once again wanted to bowl on the pads, missing down the leg side, and even the wicket keeper misses it. The 5 runs coming here for team KCC, and with that it's 50 up in the 6th over. 51 for the loss of 1 wicket, team KCC. Wide and a 4 being included. 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. Siddhant is turning out to be a bit expensive. Need to pick up wickets. That's a good delivery. Forward defensive shot, not for any runs. Well, Tenzing and Rohit, if they spend some time together, they are the dangerous batsmen This time walking down the track and hammering it towards the covers for just a single. It's end of the power play and the score is 52 for the loss of 1 wicket, Team KCC India. Lucky enough, didn't hit the stumps. Very well fielded by the wicket keeper Omer. Once again played it towards the mid-on region for just a single. Sunil is making things impossible here for the batsman. He has not allowed the batsman to settle in. Got the first wicket on the very first ball he bowled. Bowling in the right areas, not allowing the batsman to go for a drive. 4 balls have been bowled in this over. Only a single has been taken. He is into his good spell. 1.4 over 6 runs and a wicket to his name. Once again that fatal inside edge and the ball races down. It's a boundary. Rohit, the lucky man, held the inside edge and straight away. The ball goes down the ground for a boundary. That's right into the area. The block hole delivery. Pressure building. 7 overs gone. It's 57 for the loss of 1 wicket. सहा विकेट पंत 91. फॉलो नहीं आएगा. सुंदर. So the spin being introduced from the pavilion end. First ball driven through the extra covers for a single. So it will be a delight to watch how Aditya bowls. The previous match against the Invaders, Aditya turned out his momentum, but this time that's a good delivery outside the off stump, and ball goes all the way into the keeper's hand. Even the wicket keeper has standing by the stumps. A late cut by the batsman, and the ball goes all the way through the fine third man region for a boundary. So that's a good thinking by Rohit, using the full pace of the bat, and ball races down the fence for a boundary. Some field changes being brought in, and surely it's a delight to watch the leg spin against the right hand batsman. That's driven, lofted drive, and no chance for the fielder. One bounce into the fence through the covers. Rohit is batting his heart out. Tossed up delivery, and the room helping the batsman to go for a drive. (66) for the loss of one wicket. Rohit batting on 33 of 20. This time a sweep shot. Completed first run. They are going for the second one, and easy pickings here for the batsman. 4 followed by 2 important runs. Surely the captain would be thinking to set some field here. One fielder at the covers, one fielder at the wideish long off, one at the deep extra cover for that lofted shot. How close was that? Inviting the batsman for a drive, missing it completely. A dot ball to end the over. It's 8 overs gone, 68 for the loss of one wicket. 68 for the loss of 1 wicket, and it's Prakash being brought in the bowling attack. So it's a good field set up by the captain. Fielder at the second slip, and one at the gully, one at silly mid off. This time it's been miscued, but lucky enough the ball didn't travel. It's an overthrow, and the batsmen go over for the second run. So this is the right technique. You should put pressure on the fielders. 70 for the loss of 1 wicket. Required run rate 10.30, and the current run rate going around 8.40. And this time drifting on the pads. There was an appeal from the wicket keeper and the fielder at the slips. .71 for the loss of 1 wicket. Rohit playing on 35. Once again onto the pads. Ball is racing down towards the long stop region, and yes, like by signal by the umpire, and ball goes down all the way for a boundary. .75 required run rate 10.46. So it's necessary that the runs keep flowing in, and even they need to put pressure on the fielders now. Rohit and Tenzing. That's a lovely driven through the carpet for just a single. He has those cricketing shots in his armory. Rohit playing on 36 of 24 balls. Tenzing on 13 of 18 balls. 121 needed of 67 deliveries. That's a lofted drive, straight through the hands of the fielder. Not happy with himself, and finally a breakthrough here for Somaiya. The second scalp for Prakash in the ninth over. Tenzing wanted to go for a big shot, but in the end it seemed to be an easy regulation catch for the fielder at the long off region. It's 76 for the loss of 2 wickets. So breakthrough here for team KCC. 9 overs gone, 76 for the loss of 2 wickets, and it's Aditya bowling his second over from the far end. From the pavilion end, it's Aditya, and the second wicket being caught by Sunil at long off. That's a good delivery. A dot ball to start the proceedings for the 10th over. They have lost 2 wickets. Rohit giving a tough fight in the middle. Harshvardhan opening his account with this single, driven through the mid off for a single. Target being 197. Surely they would be thinking to go the big shots now. 10.59, the required run rate climbing on now. They have scored runs, but then in the process they have lost 2 important wickets. Once again, a lovely cover drive. Just a single. Hitesh and Sunil going after that ball, and only a single for the batsman. Once again going on the back foot, wanted to go for a big hit down the ground, but straight to the fielders at the covers. He is checking out the new bat, changing the bats for Harshvardhan. Will this work out for team KCC? We'll have to wait and watch, but then it's the team Somaiya which have completely taken the lead in this match. One fielder at long off, one at covers, one at the point. This time it's been delicately played away. That's a beautiful shot. Width offered and the boundary being scored. 82 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's the 10th over being bowled by Aditya. 17 overs, 17 runs till now. That's an uneven bounce. A dot ball to end the over number 10. It's 82 for the loss of 2 wickets. It's Prakash from the far end to continue his second over. 3 runs and a wicket to his name. And what a display of bowling this has been from Somaiya. Prakash, Aditya, Siddhant, Trimbak bowling their heart out, not giving away easy runs. And the batsman has that's been sweetly timed down the ground. A bit of a fumble and the batsman crossover for 2 runs. So that's how you need to build the pressure. Convert those singles into doubles and doubles into triples. And when you get those loose deliveries, you need to hit it out of the park. 84 is the score in the 11th over. Well, now Rohit has settled down. 27 balls, 39 runs. This time not able to connect it properly, not getting that elevation, driven towards the long on for just a single. He's trying his hard to score those big shots, but then it's a good thinking by the bowlers, not allowing the batsmen to go for the big hits. 3 runs of the 3 balls in this over till now. Into the block hole. Played through the mid-on region for a single. Both the bowlers showing where and how to bowl. And when you have the big total in your hand, surely it's the confidence which boosts up, and even the body language of the fielders vary. .111 still needed to win this match. Required run rate climbing above 11. This time again back to the bowler's drive, not for any runs. Hitting the deck hard, bowling in the right areas. Prakash, Sunil, Aditya, Trimbak, Siddhant, all of them are bang on the mark. Angling it towards the pads, that's been flicked away. Down towards the mid-on region for a single. It's the end of the 11 overs, 87 for the loss of 2 wickets. So, well, one fielder at the deep extra cover, one at long off. Well, a direct hit would have surely made some things different. Rohit and Harshvardhan, the previous few overs have been right on bang from the bowlers. Once again a tossed up delivery, wanted to go for a sweep shot, and the ball pops out of the fielder's hand. So it's a catch dropped by the fielder at the deep mid wicket region. Once again a full toss delivery. You need to convert those full toss into the big hits. This time one bounce into the hands of the fielder at the covers region. Not getting that elevation, and a single for team KCC. .91 for the loss of 2 wickets. 11.4 overs have been bowled. Required run rate climbing to 12.23 with each and every delivery being a dot ball or a single. There's a shy at the striker's end. We'll have to wait for the umpire's confirmation. He was running towards the danger end. Harshvardhan. Ball swinging in. .80 the required run rate, climbing in once again, going on the back foot. That's a good collect and throw by Sunil at the covers region, fielding the ball at the mid off. So successful over coming to an end.
Cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the magic of pocket coffee.
So the drinks were on the field, and it's the end of the drinks break. Prakash being introduced straight away. The very first ball onto the pads. That's a single. 92. The score. 2 wickets have fallen. The first ball was a dot ball. Batsman wanted a single, but nevertheless it's a dot ball to start after the drinks break. Ball moving away from the right hand batsman while being signalled by the umpire. Going outside the off stump line, and 93 for the loss of 2 wickets. Now that's been pulled away. No chance for the fielder. Ball goes down all the way for a boundary. 97. 97. With that boundary, Rohit moving up to 47 of 34 balls which he has faced, and KCC India moving up to 97. He is playing a sensible knock in the middle, but then the need of an hour is Rohit and Harshvardhan. They need some serious going in the middle. Prakash into his third over. Over the wicket for the right hand batsman. That's been worked on. It was onto the pads, but then it's a single. 2 runs short of his very well deserved half century. Rohit playing an basic innings here for his team. What was needed? 12.398 for the loss of 2 wickets. Current run rate 7.84, and required run rate climbing above 12.38. Quick one down the offside line. Once again, extra. As we can see, the first innings brought away 35 extras, and this time again, score for KCC in the 13th over is 99. They require to score on each and every delivery. This time played towards the deep square leg, and it's 100 up for team KCC in the 13th over. Well, that was played toward deep backward square leg. $12.4 for the loss of 2 wickets. Rohit on 48. Now that's been pulled away. There's a fielder there. Just a single. Team Somaiya won't mind singles and doubles, but then they need to restrict the extra wides and the extra runs which they have given. They need 96 more to win this match. What a delivery! A play and a miss here. Harshvardhan, and the stump is uprooted. You miss, I hit. The third wicket falls on the score of 101. 101 for the loss of 3 wickets. Aditya from the pavilion end bowling his last over of the spell, and that's been driven through the covers for a single. And with it, it's 50 up for Team Rohit and Team KCC, giving the applaud of his innings. Rohit completing his century, the half century with that single. 102 for the loss of 3 wickets in 13.1 overs. Aditya has not picked up a wicket yet, and he would be surely thinking to take a wicket in this over. That was in the air, but not able to catch it in the follow through. Was away from him. The batsman crossing over for a single. Dancing down the track, and one bounce outside the fence for a boundary. Hitesh trying his level best, but then it was firmly hit by Rohit. Was not able to judge the ball, but nevertheless the runs coming here for KCC. Doesn't shout appeal for an leg before. Umpire remain unmoved. That was firmly hit. Didn't collect it in the follow through, and easy pickings here for the batsman. 108. 3 wickets have fallen. 13.5 overs have been bowled, and Aditya surely has been a bit economical today, not getting the wicket, but then this time again towards the long on for just a single. So he completes his 4 overs quota, 30 runs, no wicket, and it's 109 for the loss of 3 wickets. Team KCC after the 14 overs. Prakash from the far end to bowl his last over of the quota. This time it's in the air. 2 bounces into the hands of the fielder. Just a single. Once again, that's been lofted. This time, no chance for the fielder. It will go all the way. It's a welcome boundary for KCC India. Rohit picking up the boundary here. Was overpitched and shown the direction it needed towards the long on region. 1 bounce, 2 bounce into the fence. That's a good comeback by Prakash. Deviation in the air and change of the pace. Dot ball in the 15th over. Required run rate climbing above 13. Now, how good is that shot? Once again, it's in the air and very well judged. And it's the man who shows once again how to take a regulation catch. Sunil Kute, making no mistake, invited the batsman for a play, and it's the big wicket of Rohit falling. He tried his level best, and in the end, Sunil Kute once again showing his experience in the middle. So, fine innings of 59 coming to an end. Deepak Ramchandra, who has walked out in the middle. The big wicket of Rohit falling. Well, can this be a changing momentum for Team Somaiya? Now that's been driven through the ground towards the long on for just a single. And it will be Alok on strike. So both the new batsmen in the middle, not able to connect it properly. Alok drives it back to the bowler. It's the end of the 15th over. 115 for the loss of 4 wickets. Now that's in the air. So each and every time the ball travels in the air, the batsmen think like they would be safe. But when the fielder is around, like Sunil, well, heart pops into your mouth. 2 catches, 2 running regulation catches, a wicket to his name, Sunil, showing his experience in the middle. Whether it may be a bat or a ball, that's a miscommunication. Lucky enough at the striker's end, making the bat at the right moment. Alok and Deepak surely would be thinking to go after the bowlers now. They need some serious big hittings. This time going for a big shot, and it's been caught in the follow through. Azaz Khan being introduced into the attack, and he gets his first wicket. Going for a big shot, missing it completely. A catch in the follow through. It was in the air and gave a call of mine and one more wicket. So half the team back to the pavilion on the score of 117. They still need 80 runs to win this match. Once again it's in the air and once again it's the man Sunil Kute taking the third catch of the match. You cannot keep him away from the match. So wickets tumbling now from the spin attack being introduced and 6 wicket falls on the score of 117. Ram, the new batsman in, 6 wickets fallen. Into the block hole straight away. That's how you build the pressure on the batsman. Azaz Khan. That was an hat-trick delivery, missing it. But then a good spell to start with here is Azaz Khan into the 16th over. Once again drifting on towards the leg stump line. Single here for team KCC. It's 16 overs gone. 118 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need 79 runs to win this match in 24 balls. Team KCC.
Cannot enjoy your coffee? Let's take Copico, the magic of pocket coffee. Strong coffee aroma, strong coffee taste. Copico, the
ऐसा लग रहा हूँ ऐसा वाटतं डायरेक्ट जाऊ भाऊच्या घरी आणि झोपून जाऊ इथे मॅच आहे ना म्हणून नाही तर झोपलोच असतो इथे आता परत मॅचच्या नाईटला बॉक्स मॅच किशोर आहे सोबत गुरव अभिजित सोबत होता पण तो बोलला जा तू इथेच कर मी करतो बुडीला ओळखतोस ना अभिजित ना towards a fine third man for a boundary. Once again into the slot for the batsman. That's been cover driven beautifully. 2 boundaries in 2 balls for Sid. That was into the slot and he goes after the bowlers. 2 consecutive boundaries of 2 balls. 126 for the loss of 6 wickets. Not this time. Not an easy room. Wanted to go for a cut. Gets an inside edge. One bounce towards the wicket keeper. A leg slip being introduced for the leg lance. Driven down the ground towards the long on. They are going for a second. And lucky enough, the throw didn't came properly. 127, 17 overs. This is the last ball of the 17th over. Required run rate climbing up to 21. It will be Ram on strike. The left-hand batsman. Can he pull out some things here for team KCC? Yes, that's been guided away. Ram opening his account with the help of this boundary. Onto the leg stump for the batsman like Ram, and showing the direction. No chance for the fielder to catch it, and the ball goes all the way for a boundary. 17 overs gone, 131 for the loss of 6 wickets. It will be Sunil Kute. ...131 on the board. 6 wickets fallen. Sunil Kute. Two overs, 10 runs, 1 wicket to his name. It doesn't have a big running follow-up, but then he bowls with his good pace. When the ball releases out of his arm, that's a full toss, driven away, straight to the hands of the fielder at the long on. So once again the bowling end change working here for team Somaiya. Ashok Yadav taking a simple catch, and once again 7th wicket falling here for KCC. It was a full toss delivery, and sometimes we see wickets falling on the full toss deliveries itself. Sunil getting his second. So getting a second wicket to his name is Sunil.
The batsman name?
Rahul Singh at the striker's end. Sunil getting a wicket on the very first delivery. Angling it on to the middle and leg stump. It was driven, fielded in the follow through by Sunil, and that's the confidence you get boosted when you post a total of 196. They need 66 of 16 deliveries. Once again the ball flying off the edge towards the deep third man region. One shot being signaled by the umpire. Ball skidding off the good length delivery. Some patches on the follow through from the far end. Lucky enough it didn't hit the stumps. Elsewhere, it would have been one more wicket. Onto the pads. They are going for the run. No chance, and the batsman safe into the crease at the striker's end. .65 needed of 13 deliveries to win this match. Once again, onto the pads, and the batsman crossover for a single. So, end of a successful over coming to an end. Leg by signal by the umpire. 133. Over, and what has been the story till now, that it has been a tough fight given, but then team Somaiya have completely taken the charge in this game, whether it may be a batting or the bowling unit. They have given 100%, and even in the first innings we saw 35 extras being bowled and helping team Somaiya to post a target of 197. Ball keeping low, that's been shown the direction, and 2 runs for the batsman. It's a direct hit. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. But then a good throw from Trimbak straight to the that was a close call, but then batsman making at the right moment. That's been cut away. Just a single. Hmm. 36. 137 for the loss of 7 wickets. 18.3 overs have been bowled. Short pitch delivery down the leg side. The slower bouncer attempted, and once again a dot ball. Nineteen overs gone. It's 138 for the 7 wickets, and the final 6 deliveries left of this match. A dot ball to start the last over. Azaz Khan for the last time in this innings. 2 wickets to his name. Driven back to the bowler, not for any runs. So it's been an all round effort by team Somaiya, completely outplaying the opposition. Once again driven, and it will be just a single. So not an easy pickings for team KCC in the second innings. They needed a big target, 197 being a target. Rohit gave a tough fight, but in the end it's the bowling attack and the fielding which has made things look different. Once again a shout for a catch it, and the ball shorts, full shots of Sunil. So some laughing moments being exchanged between both the teams, and just 2 penultimate deliveries left in this match. The man of the moment rose for the occasion was Omer, 96 runs to his innings, 75 balls, and Ravikant playing 57 of 41 and 35 extras, which would surely hurt KCC. Lofted shot once again. And a wicket to end this match. Warden completely outplaying KCC in this match are team Somaiya. 197 being the target. Team KCC have scored 141 for the loss of 8 wickets. And with this, it's the end of the match number 24. And winning the match by a big margin here is the team Somaiya, winning the match by 55 runs. With this, we sign off for the day, and we'll be back with action with another day. Till then, stay tuned with us at the Jfsc YouTube channel, and it's the Jfsc Elite T20 Championship 2021. Match 97
95
96
5
5
सर केक का एक्स्ट्रा चांगलं होतं
मस्त होता.
पचास को हो गया सर गेम
कौन? ओमेर ना